Hey guys, I'm channeling Drew. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Psy Tai podcast number. What we on? I think this is 89, approaching the 90. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful morning, evening, night, midnight special. Y'all know the deal. Take part in this energy. Psy Tai, just Tai, Tai. It's where we just think about things and we combine our minds with our heart. See what our gut mind is saying. Connect all those three circles and let whatever come out just come on out. Yo, piano key. Hey. I'm just here today just to go live and see what kind of conversation sparks up. It's always something going on. Always something. So I got some time in my hand. Got the L rolled up. Hey, piano key. Got
What's
piano
up,
key
my
in the
dude?
Discord.
Say what?
No, I was just saying we got piano key in the Discord.
Oh yeah, salute, salute. What's up, everybody?
What's
And
going on in
did
your
you
neck of the woods?
nothing, man. Another 12-hour day at work. That's pretty much the highlight of my day. Whatever time I spend up in here.
Uh-huh.
But
Let me
did
change
that
this
digital
around.
thing work for you?
But your microphone was really low. I can hear you, but not really. There it is.
How about now?
It's the same. It still sounds like a whisper. Like I can understand you though.
Hold up, I'm trying
All right, make sure I share this around. Remember, y'all can always jump in the Discord or talk in the chat.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Bet. I was asking that the thing open for you, like that digital copy?
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
Okay, cool. The only reason why
Thanks.
I wanted to do that is because there's a search and find feature. So if there's a word that's in your head or a person's name that comes up, you can always hit Control F, and then it'll find it for you in the book immediately.
All right.
So it's a good tool to have for that.
I'm just sharing the thing real fast. Sharing the
The
stream.
Discord. Okay.
There we go. Live with it. Bang. Hey, piano key.
What up,
Exile
though?
had said was writing in the Discord about the Hebrew language being related to the DNA,
Oh, okay. Go on.
and I was that just sparked all these fascinations because I was thinking about how they used in spells and everything, like the Hebrew alphabet and the arrangement of them. It was real special how they arranged it, and if you arrange like how spelling is. But even when they wasn't
Yeah.
trying to spell words, but just have them as symbols to represent different things, and hermeticism and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's crazy. I feel like not to bring it back to the book, but you know me, I gotta do it. When they were talking about DNA and RNA and the different potential combinations of there being like four different things, but then 32 different places. But they brought up chess at some point. Like the chessboard has 32 places. I don't know. It was just a real intricate way they did it. If I had that, I'm drawing right now, but it's the second book where they talk about DNA and RNA and then how the DNA and RNA is similar to a chessboard as well. Like, I don't know, man.
Wait, let me
But
see
it's a language.
how
Like, it's a
many
language.
squares are on a chessboard again? It's like 60, 64.
And there's 32, yeah. 32
2D.
chromosomes.
I'm not sure. I was trying to hurry up and look it up. Oh, it's 64 codons. The three-letter
Okay,
nature
yeah.
of codons means that the four nuclei found in mRNA can produce a total of
Uh-huh.
64 different combinations.
Bro. I don't know. They talk about it more in that second book, but I don't remember exactly what they said, but it made a lot of sense, just like the Hebrew spells when it comes to DNA. Like just the concept of DNA and what it is and what it can do blows my mind, man. Like it can literally carry our consciousness, carry our ancestors' consciousness, like for generations to come. And once the science is around, you can time travel upon somebody's DNA. It's like a computer code, like a video game's timestamp. It's just a matter of trying to figure out like where the DNA exists, the time and space continuum type of thing. So it's like, okay, this is just Ty's DNA, but it's this portion of this ancestor in this year in this space, and then you can travel there like with the blink of an eye. With DMT, psychedelics, like there's a technology out there, man. It actually was crazy.
There we go.
I had a trip not too long ago, like a couple of days ago, and they were showing me like this haptic technology where it's just like I'm listening to music, but I was able to like put my body and my soul into it and just feel it all over, like a haptic suit almost. Like it was just all made out of gold and glitter and greens and just this thin, shiny metal, but it's very absorbent when it comes to vibrations, especially music. But it's something you can touch and interact with.
And it has you experience the sound in a different way, you saying?
Yeah, man, like a DJ would, but just
Mm-hmm.
you're the instrument. You are the ones and twos. So
That's
like,
how it is. That's dope. You got to experience it like that.
yeah, man.
They just like try this on.
Yeah, they pretty much did. Freaking crazy. I'm supposedly working right now, but I'm probably gonna take a break and chill.
All right. Yeah, I was just tapping in, seeing what's going on. See.
Yeah,
But the DNA and everything and who we are, like who I'm coming to experiences of who we are, at least how they say we nothing but everything. Like we nothing but DNA. Like the genes and it's starting to seem like that was the starting material for creating all these dimensions. Period. And then it's something outside of it, just tinker on it.
Yep.
And it's like a whole nother race of beings that's us, like how we would say how we would create a book and then be like, yeah, that book character is me, but it's not me because I'm right here, but you can experience it through reading it. But I was experiencing that, like that person that wrote that character out was really like experiencing that character, but just in a different way than what they experience in their regular life. But now in that book, they really do exist. It's like all the metaphors that all the mushrooms and where we hear psychonauts and stuff always saying about the nature of reality and how it's like you can interpret it different ways about how it can fall apart. But we all I forgot. But we are nothing but just computer things, or in a dream, or somebody's dreaming up our story, or all of those things. Yeah. It's just the science that can come up behind it. It gets real cool to talk about, like the DNA and everything. Because that's what I was trying to say. That we are nothing but the product of something else, the effect of something else. The effect, like something was tinkered around, and then it was just let to run off and live and do its due. And yo, bro. It's another show called Upload. That's what I want to talk about. Upload. You gotta check it out. It's on Amazon Prime.
I already seen it.
You seen it?
I already finished it. Hell yeah.
Yo, I watched like 6 episodes. I was trying to finish it. I was saying, I'm a marathon this. Yo, that show is on point. I like all the euphemisms they have on how they call her an angel. And for those of y'all
she's just in another dimension.
Yeah, she just sitting there with her VR goggles. For those who don't know, Upload is a show on YouTube. It's a show where in the future, instead of dying, you can get uploaded to your consciousness.
Which essentially, my dude, is what that second book is all about. The second book is all about that. Book number 2 of God's Man of War. It's essentially that's what the point they're trying to get across with that book.
That's what we get here.
Mm-hmm.
We uploaded our eyes and isms into the consciousness, or into a virtual world they created that we call consciousness, and that's all we know. So far, so far. But you know what I mean. We can take trips, but still, that's still inside of the portal until you see them tinkering around with it, and then you're like, all right, now you gotta go back inside. Like it's just like that movie Sacha's Party. You ever see that with Seth
Yeah,
MacFarlane?
within the grocery store. Yeah.
Yeah, they was simply food. And then they went out and saw the characters voicing them and stuff, and they took that DMC trip through the portal, and then was like, "Hey,
Yep.
yo, this is cool. Like, this is what's going on." But that's how that show Upload was real on point. I liked how I was saying how I wanted people to take mushrooms at my funeral or something, so they can either travel where I'm at, or they'll just see my body get up and start walking around. So in the show they had it so they was able to still see the virtual world. Like that was astounding to me too. From their
Yeah.
place in real time, well, in this time, as we would say now. So they, so I was like, yo, that's just like what I was thinking about. And he was able to see his own funeral or witness his own funeral.
Yep.
And the lady falling in love with him a bit, like the controller, his angel. It's like a
His angel,
person.
yeah.
It's a person for y'all don't know that has to watch over him and make sure he's okay. And it's just her literal job. Like that's what it's all about. Even though she's still like got her own customer service. That's what it is. Just giving ideas. She can appear in his world and then disappear, and if he didn't know any better, like imagine if he was given amnesia and then thrown into there. That's where I was thinking happened with us. We get amnesia and then thrown into this world, or there's some people that amnesia don't work all the way, so they remember some stuff. And then how it was controlled by the rich people. That was another thing. How
Very
the
true.
whole
Very
virtual world
realistic.
was. Yes, it was controlled by the richest people, and it was people that was only able to run on 2 gigs a day, and then it was the families that was all proud about having unlimited gigs, and it's like, yeah, we can stay in this virtual world forever. And then in that virtual world, they had the advertisements, they had everything like we encountering now with our phones and computers, except that it was no escape. And you watched the whole thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it was I didn't get to the part fully, but it's wild how he was trying to create another world for people that didn't have that much money. And they tried to kill him. Like, well, they did kill him. But luckily he had a rich girlfriend who uploaded his consciousness to a plan with unlimited data. But now it's like she controls his whole world.
Yeah. Yep. Manipulate.
Yo, I was going in on that. I had to go back and fix some gears. I said, wait a sec, what's going on with my life? That's how because I was just going back to when I came back from a trip, and I had the Truman Show experience that I've been dealing with, or just still experiencing ever since. And we're like feeling like everybody reading the script. But the first person to feel like they was reading the script to me was my girlfriend. And I was like, wait, when I was watching that show, and like putting ideas in my head in order for me to operate certain ways. That's how I want to put it. It was like, yo, like I hear every word you saying making me do something. And creating a personality type of what you visualize as me, as my character. And in that I was like, whoa, like she was on the outside and he was in that world. And it was trippy. It go real deep with that. But it's no fear though. It's still flowing.
What?
But no, it's something about controlling everything, because how you were saying everybody, the big companies now like Facebook and Google is collecting our data and everything on a massive scale that we're not even aware of, that we just sign away real fast without even. I remember South Park made an episode. Yeah, so they can get us uploading the algorithm. So I think that when we get uploaded, or if we choose to get uploaded to. What's going on? You just be walking in. Let me show. When they just be I was about to say when they just be walking in. So you in my head already. Here, you can take the tree. Here you go. Say what's up to the fan.
Hey.
What up, though?
But yeah, they get collecting all this data, and then I'm just seeing how, because I was already thinking this why I was trying to get this why I see myself building my smarts up. So if I do get uploaded to that reality or something, I know some hackers. I know how to operate while I'm there. But it was cool too how before I even get into that, how the dad was like, I can choose to die like naturally or get uploaded to the consciousness, to the virtual reality. And then the big debate was that the I think therefore I am, and that I am is the thing that's inside the virtual reality. And but because he was like, I just want to be dissipated back into and he was like, there's no soul in here. He was going over there like, this virtual world has no soul. But it was like, what is his concept of that soul? And I was like, yo, that's really huge. Because I hear a lot of psychonauts come on the channel and they be saying how they never want to like get caught up in nothing technological or get caught up in the virtual realm. Because they feel like it's some outer beings or outer something, like trapping them in something forever when they're infinite beings or we're infinite beings. So why would we choose to be trapped inside of something that's created by somebody else? And I the only resolution I have on that, or whatever word I got for that, is it's that it seemed like we already doing that. It's already doing that. So the next level, I just want to have more hope. I want to have more of a play in it. If I don't just get raptured up before then, or die or something like that, or go to another world. But if I'm still here and I gotta deal with the choice of getting uploaded to the virtual world and stuff like that, because in that other movie I was watching, Other Life, the scientists created something called a biological virtual world. And I was like, whoa, when you put those terms together, like, what's really going on? Like, but all those stories really still point for me to what's going on here. And what's going on probably more over there. It's cool. Because all the technologies relating, like how you said in your trip, they gave you like a haptic suit so you can experience the sound in a indescribable way.
Yeah, man. Like you just literally just dive your face into it, and gets all warped and hollow and digitized, and that sound, that flanger DJ sound, where like they hollow out the music. I don't know. It's crazy though. Yeah, man. There's a I was gonna tell you. There's another book that I'm gonna send your way. Since you like those two, this one's more like a pop culture book, but it's like the movie Upload, but just better. Like the TV show Upload, but it's a book, but it's on Audible. If you check it out, you're not gonna regret it. If you like Upgrade and you like those other two books, you're gonna like I think it's called Universe of Bob or something. If you can look it up, Bobiverse, or I Am Bob. I want to say it's called.
I Am.
And just read the summary of maybe book one. We are Bob. There you go. It's a book. We are Bob.
Hold on. The first thing that came up is Bob is nothing. I gotta look it up. We are Legion. We are Bob. There it is.
Yes, there you go. That's the one. That is an amazing read. It's literally like Upgrade and the two books you just read put together. If you have a summary that's there, check out that summary. But
yeah,
you're gonna love it.
It says that says a silent limited edition. Oh. Dennis E. Taylor is a computer programmer by night and a writer by a programmer by day, a writer by night, and a snowboarder when in season. He has been reading science fiction for mumble years and now found himself on the other end of the pen. Whoa, yeah, I get it right there. Ray Porter is an audiophile earphones award winning narrator. Oh wait, they talking about the person that reads it. About the Arthur. Oh, that's about the Arthur. That's not even the book. Hold on.
Yeah, check
Wait,
out the book
what's the
summary if you
book?
can.
We Are Legion. Where is one of those? No, that's a review. Well, let me get off Amazon and type in "We Are Bob."
I can't even imagine somebody having something bad to say about this book. Like, I
Here it
can't
is.
wrap my
It
brain around it.
says, "There's a reason We Are Legion. We Are Bob was named Audible's best science fiction. It is irresistible. Bob Jonasson has just sold his software company for a small fortune and is looking forward to a life of leisure. The first item on his to-do list, spending his newfound windfall on an urge to splurge. He signs up to have his head psychogenically, I think that's when you
Mm-hmm.
freeze your head, preserved in case of death. Then he gets himself killed crossing the street. Waking up 117 years later, Bob discovers his mind has been uploaded to a sentient space probe with the ability to replicate itself. Bob and his clones are on a mission to find new homes for humanity and boldly go where no Bob has gone before."
And it's just got so many like pop culture references, sci-fi references. When he clones himself, it's like a different version of himself, but it's still him. Just like you got different versions of yourself. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and what happens is like, so he sends out these clones to like eons into the galaxy, and they have these conversations with each other, and these conversations feel like they last hours, but it's really just seconds because of how time works when you are that connected to someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're having a conversation right now with our lips, but if we had telekinesis, I could literally just download dump an entire thought. I could give you the entire book, just communicate it to you. So like, and they process it, and they like they don't always agree with one another. Like, there's different versions of it. I don't know. It's really a good book though, and probably one of the best books you could find on Audible. Like I say, when you said it's one of the best things on Audible, I didn't even know that, but I was like, I can't imagine somebody saying finding something bad about the book.
No, yeah, I gotta get into this because that was something
And
on
it's
the Upload movie show where they was the
exactly.
guy was had froze his body, the rich guy, and they put his after
Uh-huh.
he was dead for after his isness was put inside the virtual world, they tried to put it back, but since that was the first
Hmm.
test, it didn't work and his head exploded. But that's why I said
Oh
mummify
yeah.
me just like they did in the ancients. Mummify me because you never know, and I want to know.
I want to know too.
I come back like,
Uh,
whoa, whoa.
See,
Like
and
I
not
was
to,
traveling.
I'm gonna stop bringing it back to the book, but they talk about the
Go
mummies in
ahead.
book one with the opening
Mm-hmm.
of the mouth ceremony, and how essentially we have astronauts now, but an astronaut and a psychonaut, it's kind of like one of the same. We're all trying to leave this dimension, trying to leave this world, trying to travel to the stars. So, and that's why like even in Las Vegas and even in Egypt, at the tip of the pyramid, at the very top, it had that quartzite that would shine that bright light into the stars, like into the sky.
Yep, the
So
pyramids
mummify
look
me,
different
and
than they
then
did now.
exactly. I've seen
They
those
had
pictures, man.
limestone.
They're dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
limestone.
limestone casing, and they had gold tops.
Mm,
It
crazy,
was
man.
on the what was that Assassin's Creed Origins. They recreated it
Hmm.
and they recreated how they envisioned it looking back then and stuff, and it looked gorgeous. It looked gorgeous. You got to walk around in the Queen's chamber and the King's chamber, and we was just tying on what was going on really. Like you sat here and then your soul
Wow.
just teleported probably through there. Led you straight this way to the start to Sirius.
Man,
But yeah, that's dope with the technology going on.
word.
And I liked in the book when they was mentioning how why they preserved the DNA they did, and how they said they literally was like saying so the body can come back. They're like preserving the DNA, and now
Exactly.
we just embalm it and get rid of every
Yeah,
evidence of the
which kills the
body.
DNA.
Yep.
Exactly. And that
So it
was in
make you think.
what's that show you
What
put me
show?
onto a show on Netflix around 420, Duncan Trussell show. He interviewed a
Oh,
girl
the
who did the funeral.
Midnight Gospel.
What was that? Yeah, they talk about how it was just a money grab with them doing embalming fluid and like embalming bodies. But before, it's a newer thing. But before that, you want to be buried, still have all your DNA just in case. You know what I'm saying, like there'd be remnants.
Yeah,
But
it is. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on that before I even knew about this, about how funeral homes upcharge people all these outrageous prices for coffins and funeral things, and how it started, and that's mostly their businesses and dead bodies and stuff. So it is a whole business, and it goes from, I guess, not being unaware of what's going on. And you hear people talk about this too, like people, hippies and stuff, saying, "Well, make me into a tree, bury me with a tree," or just, or people be against cremation and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't get it. Cremate me.
we'll see.
I'm fine with it. Hey, but I'm gonna get to work, my dude. I'm gonna tap in a little bit later, my dude.
All right, bro. Thanks for coming by, starting up this podcast. I ain't gonna be on for too
My
long, but you
pleasure.
made it nice.
Awesome,
Take care.
awesome. You too, man. One.
Hey, bros, yeah, that's what's going on. That upload show we was talking about, I was watching a lot of episodes, and the way that show was playing, for those who just jumping in again, it was a cool show where the guys get uploaded to the virtual realm. You can either choose to die a normal death, or you can get uploaded to the computer. And we hear people nowadays, while this is relevant, we hear people nowadays like Elon Musk talking about the neural connector. Wait, here it is. Elon Musk. Neuralink. That's what I said, neural connector. I was like, that don't sound right. Neural connector, and uploading your consciousness to a computer. Now, he's on normal platforms like Joe Rogan talking about this. So as far as they actually working on this is way closer than we would choose to believe. We just distracted by a lot of things that's going on. But all this chaos is paving the way for what's going to happen in just not too long. I'm not going to put a time on it, because time for me, too long, too little, too way long. And so I don't know. I'm not going to make predictions for them to just fall by the wayside like we see a lot of people do. But I'm just going to put the art out there. And the art that's going on, we can see in the mental manipulation, or just the mental society we live on, with the cops killing everybody and people forgetting that that's why they was created, to keep a certain kind of group down for like forever, like certain class of people, certain creed of people. That's why the police is there, and they're and all of that stuff. So and alongside getting used to in-app purchases, getting used to advertisements, getting used to now paying cash money that you worked for things in the virtual world, and getting more wrapped up in the virtual world, like how we see with the corona that has been manufactured and placed out into the populace to cause all of this ruckus that y'all see going on now. It's causing companies to do more things on Zoom, to do more things on Skype, to do more things on a way basis that you see us doing in the Psy Tai podcast through the internet, and taking it to heart, taking it seriously and as real as walking down the street and being polite. Like, not just showing your ass and being a troll because, like, man, it's online, but hey, I'm representing a certain aspect of myself. And now we can have a conversation, probably grow, even though we're not physically touching each other. We're virtually able to see each other through here. So now $1 million businesses are playing a part in this kind of game of conducting business through the virtual realm. So that's going to get even more in depth, because it's the bigger companies that we're not even a part of that have objects like the HoloLens, the Google HoloLens, which allows for augmented reality. And when you're in a group setting, that can be so valuable because you can move things around with your hand, it can track your hand movement, so you can move the holograms literally with your hand, and you can have meetings where they have technology that can scan your body and then interject that projection into another person wearing a HoloLens's reality. So now when you're having that meeting, you're sitting down and you can look to your side and look to your other side, and you'll see different people. So the way that our world is getting more virtually entrapped or virtually intertwined, virtually we experiencing this stuff, the more the more we got to stay tuned, because our grandkids is going to be a part of this. Our grandchildren, our children are going to be part of this. We probably going to just get a glimpse of it, but who knows at the rate that technology is moving. So I want to get in tune with all the hackers. I want to get in tune with all the people that's always going to go against the grain, that's always got an ear open for something that's going to be like, all right, I know we going to be a part of this, but I got this feeling. I went to this other realm. I was in this other reality before, and we gotta stay true. We gotta stay true to whatever that trueness is, like how they say, stay true to the human spirit and stuff like that, like feelings and emotions and all of that stuff. And like, you know what it is, like to run and not just run on a treadmill, run outside and breathe and stuff like that. And not also, because in the virtual space, we're going to be bombarded by the purchases in there. That's why I brought up that the big companies are now conducting meetings in virtual space. And you're seeing kids, I brought stuff before in a virtual space in order to dress items or dress characters inside of that room. Soon we going to be those characters in that room. And then where we going to get our money from? We're going to need money. We're going to need all of these other things or means to survive in those realms. So all I see the things happening now with the coin shortages happening. Like they saying, oh, we don't have coins, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency coming up and credit cards and everything. Everything is moving towards that kind of space. So check out the movie Upload, the show Upload on Amazon Prime, if y'all want a story to the kind of things I'm just tying on right now. Remember, this is just tie, where we just think about it. That's what TAI stands for, like in essence and literally. So combine your mind with your heart, connect, and see what your gut mind is saying. Connect all those circles and let whatever come on out. And with that, I really need a lighter. Oh, and look, we have one. But our generations now is being brought up. A lot of the formalities and ideas that's been fighting against all of this is slowly but surely, I see, being coaxed into the virtual space. And that's how, and we see a lot of people on a lot of different ends, even on the psychonaut spectrum, that say, yo, fuck the technology. We just need to stay connected with nature, because these rampant people are coming up with all this things, and they're going to trap us in it forever when we're infinite beings. So why would we trap ourselves inside of a computer? But now what I was mentioning before is the only fear I have now is the in-app purchases and not having money in the freezing the bank accounts and all of that. And that's what Upload was showing, how the guy wanted to create another space where if you wasn't rich, you'd be able to go to. You'll be able to still have a space to still continue your existence, like with the memories that you've been creating since you've been born, in the you that hears me talking to you right now. Not the other reality you or the millions of other yous that's in existence, but the you that's right, the I that's right here. So he wanted to still create a space for that, so they killed him. The rich people killed him just to bring it back. And so we see a lot going on. Like if somebody wants to build a commune, and that's why I say this reality right now is so virtual. Like people want to build a commune, like create a space where they don't have to pay taxes, or space where they can grow their own food, live in their own land. See how hard it is right now? in the mind state that you need to achieve, the obstacles that you need to break down, the programming that you need to like recode literally in order to even believe that you can do things on your own. Like produce things on your own, create things on your own, not have things pre-manufactured for you, which is always sweet, pretty sweet to have. But to have the know-how, it keeps you in a position where you remember who you truly are, in any place. Like somebody can put you in the poorest of positions and you hustle your way out of it. Somebody can give you some objects and you'll invent the next space station or dimensional portal or next PlayStation or something like that, just by giving a few gears and circuit boards and things. He's like, oh, I got an idea, I can make this work, I can make this idea work. Like, I think as long as we can feel like we have ideas and that we can dream and that we can still travel outside whatever game that we in, I think that's where I will be okay. That's where I would be okay. So I was postulating this to myself. I was saying, so in this virtual world, the high level coders that would be coding this, that I would want to be a part of, just still putting it out there, or I am a part of, make it like that. Would they create something like a mushroom or some kind of substance in that world? And then but then it was still based off of people have amnesia before going into that world, or would they still transition with the memories that they have now? Like, how deep will we go? I know how deep we are willing to go, because me right here when I was born, came out the womb, I was crying like, yo, what is this? I don't remember. I don't know who any of you folks are. And then life was just like, but you're here, and that was cool. On the upload, it was always the choice, and this is a deep esoteric thing, it was always the choice for suicide. It was this portal that if people started freaking out and didn't adjust to that realm that they was in cool enough, most people, it was not like said go do this, but it was a bridge that they thought connected them back to the real world, to the world that they just came from. And they was like, oh, if I just run back through there, it's just gonna suck me up. But little did they know, it just made their body explode. And then I suppose in my mind that they just went to went back into the infinite space and then was just taken back to another reality. Just not one that was inside of that computer, that particular computer, quantum computer, probably. I remember watching an anime where they was talking about the infinite, how the brain is an infinite quantum computer. And then now, since we learned that the brain is not all that we work off of, because we have nervous systems in different parts of our body, that's why I say think from your gut as well, because you have a gut mind. You have things that's thinking from your gut. Your gut. Let me just reiterate what that is. Gut mind. The brain gut connection. And this is from John Hopkins. It's not even that it's esoteric. You just gotta look at it like that. Now your mind and your gut, it has something to say. And most of the time when you say things from your gut, from your will chakra, it don't rattle right with some people. That's why most people don't pay attention. That's what keeps me driven. And it says skills and memory. You ever heard going with your gut to make a decision or felt butterflies on your stomach? When nervous, you're likely getting signals from an unexpected source, your second brain. Hidden in the walls of the digestive system, this brain is your gut. It's revolutionizing medicine's understanding of the links between digestion, mood, health, and even the way you think. Its main role is controlling digestion. Blah blah blah. The atrial nervous system doesn't seem capable of thought as we know it, but it communicates back and forth with our big brain with profound results. Yeah, we're gonna get it. We'll get into that another time. But that's what I just wanted to show. To show when I say combine your mind with your heart and your gut. I mean that. What's up, King guys? Yeah, it's always lovely to see the fam. I just had to go on no matter what I what I was going to talk about or tie on. And yeah, speaking from the gut. Connecting that gut mind, keep us here. Keep us going. What's up? Huh? Here. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I was tying on a lot of things, even tying on the virtual world and people getting and this being the virtual world and stuff, and just like the problems we're gonna have, or I'm hopefully not gonna have. I'm not even gonna curse myself by my own language. But in the virtual world, how they gonna have in-app purchases, be able to cut off people funds and stuff, and people scared of all that happening. But that's how it is now. Like when you want to have a commune or you want to do for yourself, it's like all these things in place to try to fight you to make say, no, you got to rely on this. No, you got to do it this way. Or no, I'm like, no, I want to get in tune like we are now, like get in tune with all the hackers that can literally hack reality, that can change things around with thoughts. Because no matter, that's the main thing, no matter what reality that we caught up in, what we gonna know as the virtual space, unless it gets so advanced that we give ourselves amnesia and throw ourselves in there like I can't take it or just say all right, let's go, and even in a good way, let's go, let's have some fun, let's go into this other space. But whatever space we in, it's all about our thought process and what we allow them to run off of those thoughts, and being and not being scared. Because it seems like whatever space I find myself in, whatever world reality, it's always courage that's really the answer. Courage is always like the highest respectability in any universe that I've been in and experienced. Like, what are you going to do in the face of this? With your mindset, with your and relation, your physicality, whatever that physicalness is, and the reality you in, probably a puff of gas. Well, how are you moving? Is it because somebody told you to move like that? Is it the natural rhythm? Is it beneficial? Is it resistant? Is it creating more? Is it a order follower type of thing? Or is it like I remember who I am? Like I remember I'm not just a puff of smoke. I'm a creation that's creating whatever exists in the puff of smoke, whatever tiny creatures. And then they get to run around and do what they do. But when it comes to that aspect, that's why I love psychedelics and what they brought me into, because when I do it, there is like an international police, and that's why I see the relation that's here. Because like if you write in a story and you make certain characters do certain things for reasons, sometimes it's going to be against other people. Like, and then if you in that story, it don't matter. It don't matter if that story character was written because they need to form a balance. Like when you caught up in that balance scale, man, you gotta fight. You gotta use your wits about you to get the maneuver past them, to see what they really are and expose them, so that then you can go to the other side. Like I remember a particular thought, it just ran through it fresh like that when I was climbing the mountain, and I was having this like all of these inner outer scope relation inner thoughts saying, man, me climbing this mountain to the top and me pushing past all these thoughts, it seemed like I'm escaping the government. And I had to do all this work, like all this James Bond stuff, and now I'm finally like free. But they was really there, like I got him, like some really Agent Smith's type stuff, until I could reach a point in my own mind where I was where they couldn't touch me, and then I was able to experience what was really going on in the real world, and like in the real, I said in the real world, yeah, like in the real world, like in the, like how you hear us say the fullness of us really is, and how they say we cut off. I think that's why a lot of us angry. A lot of us get angry, us as humans, when we hear people say things or take away our rights, or take away what we call our rights, what we feel, because most people don't even know what their rights are. And whatever you feel, go, and so they just go with it, like, yeah, well, it's always like this. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm comfortable. But then you see other people saying, I'm not comfortable. And then there's always these people that say they're not comfortable, that say a bunch of other things that and live different, total different lifestyles than the people that say that they are comfortable. So I think it really is, now that you see 2020, is like, now is the time where people not trying to play comfortable, and the people that have been saying that they've been comfortable all this time are themselves finding themselves in the position of the uncomfortable, of the people that they was saying wasn't thinking rationally, wasn't thinking right, had too much time in their day, had too much time on their hand, and that's why they was thinking such delusional conspiracies or thoughts, or digging too deep and thinking things matter, when we as human beings have moved past that. Yeah, right. 2020 is showing that. 2020, and people always used to say, like, the alien is gonna come and reveal to us our own demise and our own thing. I see ourselves as the alien, first of all. Y'all can dive into all the Psy Tai podcasts for reasoning on that. But now that we're here, technology have other people, you go in other people's eyes. Oh, technology is an alien. It's an alien. It came from another planet. What is the technology doing? Thing we always said it was going to do. Show us ourselves. Show us. You can't deny what's on camera. Well, in the future, but that's another story with deep fakes, and that's another story, and that's another eye that I'm happy that we're gonna have our eye on, looking out for deep fakes. But now we're seeing what's going on now with, like, cops and everything shooting people saying this now and then saying this another time. We like, no, wait, we got this on camera, bruh. Like, what? This is what happened. And now we seeing it's exposing it's exposing the whole game, for real. Like how it relates to the court systems, how it relates to the prison systems, how it relates to the ideology of the people that created the prisons in the first place, the ideology of the people that created the police system as it exists in America in the first place. Like, that was an idea people just had. Like, they wasn't doing this. The police wasn't like this in the mid ages, the Middle Ages and stuff like that, like we hear, or in Egypt, or in all the other civilizations. It was way different, because the ideology was different. The ideology wasn't created that, hey, motherfucker, we gonna say what the fuck you gonna do, and we're gonna work with you and other people that make it seem like y'all created the laws that we run off of. Little do y'all know that we creating laws on top of the laws we working with y'all with that give us ultra power, and we able to keep this in the background without even talking about it because of how we have presented ourselves in your mind. So you're just gonna run along with it until some smart ass Alec be like, hey, I read this article that y'all are legally allowed to kill anybody if you're on duty. And then take it up with your own peers and have them judge you. So now, too many times we seen that happen and actually get away with it. Like them get away with it. Them get away with it. Them literally get away with it. Literally, how literally? Literally. Not a conspiracy. Not a conspiracy. A literal thing. We got everybody. I know this first time I said it, but I'll join in. Shout out to Breonna Taylor. Her spirit's still here, making everybody say, don't forget about me. Like, I ain't do shit. I literally ain't do shit, and them motherfuckers killed me. So, what we gonna do about that? Her spirit talking through the technology. Because everything is sentient, everything is consciousness, is playing with consciousness. Not just humans that interact with consciousness. It's everything interacting with consciousness. And just having something to say. So, well, all of these forces moving forward is going to push with the virtual space, us killing each other. Us killing each other is just making more room. I mean, just going to make it so they don't got to make so many headsets when they get you in there. So, we got to make sure we all up in there. Everybody, all of us, that we creating our own things, so that the people that's participating in that thing still got thoughts and imaginations like how we do, or even not like how we do, things that we don't, not even thinking about ourselves, but we know it's not what they thinking about, or not just what they thinking about. Because that goes a long way. And all this, really, I can even tie it up even farther up. But I'm saving that for another podcast. When they deal with sexuality and everything. And what's going on with humans and getting out of these bodies and realizing who we are through energy and not through just gender. I think when you realize that, you're able to use your power and realize who you are even on deeper scales. Because every story we've been told, we just been told. But yeah, that's another story. That's another story of the Matrix. Yeah, because we always still have a choice. And remember, guys, the Discord is always open if you ever want to jump in. But for now, I'm Tying. And you'll find me playing my guitar while the world burns. Singing. I actually started playing my guitar again. Shout outs to Mina's sister. She brought her guitar over, and I ordered all my strings and stuff because my guitar was popped. And its guitar string was popped, and I got it in. Took a little mushroom, and we was just jamming. I was jamming, playing songs, relearning the chords and everything, and chiming in. There's nobody gonna stop me from having fun. But also, we got brains and we got wits about us. So that's what we do. We still gonna tie on the Psy Tai podcast and allow these thoughts to get out. So that the people that think that they too smart to have to deal with thinking about the police brutality, or about people that's actually like struggling in different ways, and that they're not struggling, that hey, we all just in this. We all in this together. Okay, guys, you said 3 cops just got ambushed. I called it this morning stream. Shit gonna change when the folks come together. Yeah, you did. I remember, as you said, that people, a gang of, a vigilante of people, awesome, just regular old people, walked up to the police station with guns and stuff, not to shoot them, but just to show their presence and all that. And the cops just left the police station. It's like really a gang mentality that's been thrown, not just the law. And this even is the law. They changed the laws around. Like I said before, they legally have the right to kill people when they on duty. Let's look that up. Right to kill people legally. Cops who kill. Here it is. Yeah, for cops who kill, Supreme Court protection. Yeah, why does this screen? I want to know why it does that. I always gotta resize every time I go to a new tab, or like click off of it and go back on. Cops who kill, special Supreme Court protection. The U.S. High Court continued refinement of obscure legal doctrine has made it harder to hold police accountable when accused using excessive force. Refused to return to his hospital room. Oh, wait, what kind of website is this? This is the website. Moments later, with 3 police officers pinning him on the floor, Lee was dead at 34. Called the police in it early for help. Well, I want to know the actual law. Fine. Even when courts find police use too much force, they still often grant immunity. Here are just a few of those cases. Grant qualified appeal courts apply pure whether to grant immunity to police accused of fair. Here's how to. Well, they all got away with it. That's all. That's the gist of it. I don't know. Can't find the exact thing right now. But what you were saying is true. Look at that, Trippy. Random dance break. Shouts to iCarly. Random dancing. But yeah. When people come together, I posted on your page, okay guys, on your Discord, Mark Passio. Y'all should look into Mark Passio. He's a guy from South Philly that got me into doing the Psy Tai the Just Tainow show. And I was talking about police and protests and what it meant and everything. And he was really inspiring me to cause action in like whatever way that I felt suitable. And my way was going online and making shows and art and stuff like that that spoke against it. That spoke for certain things. Hold on. To forcibly just witness. Yeah, he used to talk about how we self-sovereign beings. Like we came to this earth to be self-sovereign beings, not to be governed by somebody else. Like that's the main thing you see popping up in a lot of little sects too. Like in the African American and the white and the what's going on? I'll be done soon. Yeah, here. You can take the Play-Doh with you. Okay. Love you. Can you close the door all the way? Yeah, and how we didn't come here to be governed by anybody else. And you see people, I was saying, you see people wake up to this in a lot of different cultures in America itself. How everybody's saying, no, y'all don't govern me, or he's saying, well, white people can't govern what I do, or if you grow up in the hood and people say you're not smart, like, no, I am smart. Like, who you tell me I'm not smart? I'm still use my talents and my skills to do and polish them up and build up to do what I got to do. Or even in a lot of ways, how people try to control sexuality, like what's considered a man, what's considered a woman. When people try to consider how you make money, how you need to do a 9 to 5, you can't just like, no, you can't just go out on your own and work and build up your own business. Even if you do think of that, you have to give up $100,000 to college and for entrepreneur school and business degrees and stuff like that, which is still probably very, very valuable. But I know a lot of people, and most of the people we see in our face, mostly, and it's a lot of people though, it's many different avenues. So I never want to discourage anybody that's in their path, but it's a lot of different avenues to get into a point that you want to. And just because somebody even painted a picture for you and then somebody promoted that picture to you constantly, probably through TV, probably when we was, if you went to public school or in even private schools and stuff. But private schools, I see they give you a little more options to choose from. Public school, they say, hey, this is your leader. This guy did this. This one guy did that. Christopher Columbus, you know that guy. He discovered America. Like in private school, they probably was like, you know about the Vikings? So, man, and even homeschool, imagine how much they've been on top of things. And people used to just call people that was in homeschool the weirdos. Like, pay attention to the wordplay that I will call the master magicians, or what people will call the Lokis, or the tricksters of reality will try to put out on, well, it's already put out on us to have us separate ourselves from because of our own ideals. And saying that we can't do this because of that, to the point now where we're literally killing each other. It's always been war. It's always been war types, but now we just in this very specialized type war. Honestly, we in a very specialized type war. As long as we keep our mental straight and our mental sharp, those are the keys. Imagination. As long as you can imagine different, it's going to be different. As long as you can dream, things going to be different. Because that's what they want. They want to shut all the dreamers out. You see ourselves doing that to ourselves. Whenever we get too depressed, what kind of state are we in? We in a state of everything I just mentioned. You want things made out for you already. Don't want to really have that much drive. You're like, all right, just gonna go with this, and you beat yourself up. You don't go for those creative thoughts. You don't go for those things that really push you beyond where you currently are. You're just like, this is okay how it is. Even if you're getting punched, like. Oh, yep. That's the world. I keep saying that's how it is a million times. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. So I'm glad I'm teamed up with some cool soldiers, some cool people. Hey, Brad. Hey, Brab. I'm always going to say it like that when you put it on there. Hey, Brad, just finishing up this pod. Go ahead, you can play Minecraft. I'm just glad I got the title, not with y'all. Take a little break, get all these thoughts out so that I can relax for the rest of the day in ways that I can create and like create some art or like take things that take time. Just that when something's on the membrane, just like I want to get it out. Just get it out, even if I don't know what it is. Because I'll be sitting and I'll be all like, just like, sitting there for no reason. Yeah, and I could be doing something else, like going for a jog, doing yoga, saying what's up to Brad, seeing what's up with the dogs, and having a good time while still like doing my just due. So I've been talking about this for about 5 years. 5 years now. Doing this Just Tai channel, just getting my art out there in terms of police brutality, in terms of recognizing that we're self-sovereign beings and that we can create things for ourselves and chill with it at times, and that sometimes go full force and handle business and not choose a side and be either or. So shout out to Piano Key for coming in earlier and tying it on out, and for everybody coming on in the chat. King Oz, Infinite Love, and Teardrop Hole, and Brad for coming on by and supporting the channel. I really appreciate y'all for listening and all of that good, awesome things. We all tie, but do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I really don't know. But it feels good when I hear somebody that actually does. So check out the Instagram, support the channel,